Last summer, I converted my house to a whole home mini split system by Mr. Cool with ceiling cassettes. My condenser is up on the roof, everything is out of the way, and I have absolutely been loving it. But I wanted to do a kind of a 6-month update and show you how this system works in the winter time as well. I also still have my high efficiency gas furnace and all the ductwork in the flooring. I'll determine if I want to get rid of that at some point, but as of right now, it's there. And I wanted to see what the difference was between a high efficiency 21 SEER heat pump versus a high efficiency gas furnace. So you're using a little bit less electricity, but you're also using gas. Your usage will highly depend on your location, what the price of electricity and gas are, but I'm going to give you details based on the fact that we're in Salt Lake City, Utah. So let's show you the whole system functioning right now. As we speak, it's 35 degrees outside, and this is keeping our home a nice 68-degree temperature. All right, so here's our Mr. Cool 36,000 BTU mini split condenser. This again is a 21 SEER, and I just wanted to show you right now what the decibel count is right here next to it. So about 57 decibels. We can't even hear the compressor running. Basically all we can hear is the fan, and this is right above my office. I can't feel any vibration, I can't hear anything when this is running, and it's very quiet. Again, this is completely out of the way. We have our access to the top side of the head units, but everything from the electrical comes up from our panel here going to the unit, and all of our refrigerant lines go through there, and all of our electrical lines to each head go in there as well. Now, if you haven't seen the installation video, I'll leave it at the end of this one, but I highly recommend that you check it out. So this is our first ceiling cassette here in the kitchen. This is currently set for 64 degrees. And that's something that we're going to get into a little bit more detail here in just a minute. I have these set low, and they're still keeping the temperature really nice and warm in here, but you'll have to just kind of play with the temperature setting and kind of dial that in. Now you'll notice that these are different. Again, if you haven't seen the installation video, this fits between a 16-inch center joist, which is very uncommon. Most ceiling cassettes are like a square 24-inch one, and you have to have a 24-inch opening, whereas with this, you simply find your studs, mark out your opening, cut a hole, and pop it in place, and it is so easy. I'm going to do the same thing. I'll just show you how quiet this is right here in front of the unit. Basically 40 decibels, so this is whisper quiet. There's no noise coming from it, just sounds like a light fan, and that's basically all it is. So we have our first unit here. We just got our bathroom. It's in the process of being redone. Really excited to get this all finished up. Unit number 2 is right here. Again, set for 66, whisper quiet, not making any noise at all. And then we have unit number 3 right here in the living room. Okay, so unit number 1 here, we're spitting out about 97, 98 degree air. Let's move on over to this guy and just compare here. 97, 98, so same thing there. And basically the same thing here on this unit in the kitchen. Now, you may have just noticed that our home is very small. It's about 750 square feet, and you might be wondering why we have so many heads. The cool part about the Mr. Cool system is that you can decide how many heads you want. And for us in particular, we decided to put 2 in this main living space here, 1 in our master bedroom, and 1 in the spare that also controls the bathroom and the little tiny office that we have on that end of the home. Now, the cool part is that Mr. Cool will allow you to run 2 of these heads. That's all you have to run in order to condition a space. So for instance, our master bedroom is pretty small. It's extremely small. And if we run that head unit in the wintertime, it would stay really toasty in that room. And we actually like it relatively cold, about 64 overnight and 67 during the day. So that being said, we can turn that unit off, and this unit here in the main living space will condition that as long as we have the door open like that. As long as you have a door open, you will condition that space, no problem. Now, with that being said, here is the app. So I'll just start by saying I love the Mr. Cool app. It is awesome to work with. I can control everything right here on my device. So we see our garage. I just bumped that up to 68. It's slowly achieving that temperature. And again, it's 37 degrees outside right now. So that's slowly ramping up. We have our living room, our master bedroom, our kitchen, and our spare. So those are our 4 units. Now, if we click into one of these, say the living room, it gives us these options to power on and off the unit. We can set up a schedule, e-saver, history, timeline. We can change the modes right here if we wanted to. We can change the fan setting and the position of the vanes to determine where that air is being blown. Now, you'll notice that, again, like we said, our master bedroom is turned off. The power is off. It thinks that the temperature is 75. I'm not sure if this real-time updates, but I don't think it's 75 in there. But the living room is able to condition this space, again, as long as this door is open. It feels the same temperature in here, so I'd venture to say it's about 70 degrees in there. The Ecobee is saying 71. So you'll kind of just have to dial this in on a home-to-home basis. And then we have the spare is turned on. This is actually set to 62, the lowest, and that's conditioning the office and the bathroom. So we'll just have to kind of dial this in on an as-needed basis. We might even turn off the kitchen one, and this might just be able to condition this area altogether, but time will tell on that front. So really cool app. Let's now hop over to the Tesla app and show you exactly what this unit is drawing. Okay, so here in the Tesla app, we see how many watts are coming in with our solar. It is extremely cloudy today. There is 0 sunlight, but we're still able to get 1.2 kilowatts of energy from the natural light that's coming in. And then we see what our home is requiring, 3.2 kilowatts. We see what's coming in from the grid and what our power wall is at. So some of this energy is charging the power wall, and this will cycle back and forth between standby and charging until this is charged. Now, 3.1 kilowatts is pretty good considering we're not using any gas. This is all electric, and we're also conditioning our garage. So now if I go over here to the Mr. Cool app and I turn the garage power off, notice what happens. So we were at 3.1. We'll give that a couple of seconds to turn off. It has to go through a shutdown cycle. And as you can see, we just dropped to 2.8. This will continue to drop. So if I'm filming in the garage, I'll usually turn this on in the morning and it'll warm up relatively quickly, and then I'll turn it off overnight just to conserve energy. But this is awesome that I can do this all through the app and I can see what it's pulling. So I just started this test. I'm gonna run this for the next couple of months as we're right in the middle of winter here. And we're gonna see how this compares in conjunction with our high efficiency gas furnace that we've been running up to this point. Okay, so I just wanted to show you my gas and electric usage here. So this is our gas for the past 3 years. So January 2023, this was back when we had an 80% efficiency furnace, to January 2024, I believe we also still had a 80% furnace. We can see we spent about $180 that month in January. February dropped consistently. January was the highest usage. And then all of a sudden in this area, we put in the high efficiency gas furnace, and boom, we basically have cut this in half. So this January, we spent $100 in gas. And now moving over to the mini split, this will be slashed. The gas furnace is definitely the highest thing we use for gas. So this should be somewhere around this range, January of next year. In fact, February and March will reflect that as well. So I'll do an update on that. Now, if we move over to our energy usage as far as our electricity, so we just put the solar in around April of 2024. So we can see here that our energy usage was way down because solar was producing more energy than what was being used. This was running on the mini splits all summer long. So we see that we were still producing more energy than was being used. Now this shot up because the solar production went down. So since we're moving over to the mini split, this is obviously going to go up. How much it's going to go up still remains to be seen, but we're going to give it some time and see how much this goes up. But if it goes up less than $100, which I don't think it will, our whole electric bill so far has been about $100 with this little bit of solar. So this is exactly what happens every single winter. Your solar production tanks, and then as soon as spring rolls around and the sun is out more, this solar production will go up and this number will go down. So again, time will tell exactly which of these is more efficient. I'm going to say that the Mr. Cool 21 SEER mini split is going to be more efficient, especially since we're going to be running only a couple of those heads. We're not going to be running all four, and we keep our home relatively cool in the wintertime. So again, we'll do an update on this and show you, but I just wanted to give you some insights here as far as our gas and electric. Well guys, after looking at the numbers of a high efficiency furnace versus a high efficiency heat pump, I think they're going to be about the same in terms of the heating season. Now, when it comes to AC season, just like our solar production, the AC season is when these mini splits are really going to shine, because when it's really hot outside, these mini splits do really well compared to your traditional AC system that uses a lot of energy. Now, in terms of comfort, I will say this. I don't hear anything running. It's just always, the fan is always on these Mr. Cool units, and I hear nothing. Whereas when my furnace kicks on, I can hear air coming out of the vents. And so from a comfort standpoint, you hear nothing. The other huge advantage, like I said, is that you have individual controls in each room. I can keep our master bedroom ice cold in the middle of summer with zero problems. Now, since I already have the ductwork and the furnace in my basement that's fully functional and high efficiency, I will probably leave that as a backup. So this is still considered a dual fuel system. So if the heat pump, for whatever reason, has any sort of issue in the years to come, I have the thermostat set to about 55 degrees, so that furnace will kick on, I'll know something's wrong, and the backup heat will take over from there. If you haven't seen the full installation video of this Mr. Cool ceiling cassette system, you can find that video right here. And until next time, you guys be safe. Later.